Hi everybody, it's Cricket from Woolly Cricket. I'm Woolly Cricket on all the interwebs, so you can find me on Ravelry, Instagram, Twitter, X, that's called X now, YouTube, everything's Woolly Cricket. So I'm going to say welcome back. Welcome to the new people. If there's any new people out there, like, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever you feel like doing to say hello, a comment. It doesn't matter. Just interaction is fantastic because I have enjoyed having all the interaction with everybody. Even just a like makes my day so much brighter. So thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to me. I'm here by myself a lot, and mostly just me and my puppy. And unfortunately, even the puppy nowadays, he's been having some issues with his shoulders, one shoulder in particular, his left side. We've had x-rays, multiple sets of x-rays. They thought that he had an infection in his bone or cancer. The x-rays came back and they said neither. So now they think he has a disc problem in his neck or it's pinching the nerve. So he has been on medications to sedate him, so it'll give it time to heal. So that goes on for 4 more weeks, and then we'll have an update. If he gets worse, he gets to go to a neurologist. If he gets better, then we may continue that for another 4 weeks. So it will be 8 weeks probably in total. So we're fingers crossed that it's something that can just heal with time and no surgeries needed. Because with people, anytime you put them under to have a surgery, then there's a chance of complications. He has been in under several times now, but that doesn't mean the next one will be all right. And you'll learn that I am crazy about animals. I'm going to say this out loud. I like people a lot, but I like animals better most of the time because they're not judgmental. And but I'm all up for you guys proving me wrong. So do that. Make a fool out of me and prove me wrong that there are good people out there, and I can have friends. So I would love to have you guys as friends. So enough jabbering. Let's get into. I'm going to change this up. I'm going to do my works in progress. I'm going to show you any finished objects if I have some. I'm going to have a segment. Sorry. Petting the dog, and now I've got dog hair everywhere. I'm going to have a segment called Out the Door, and that's just mostly going to be the dog sweaters that you guys have seen several times, and that's projects or dog sweaters that are out the door. They're already sold, they're gone, the packages are all packaged up and will be going out, so you don't have to see a million dog sweaters over and over and over again. If there's something new that someone has ordered that you've not been exposed to, I will definitely show that to you in the finished objects. But right now, I'm going to do my works in progress. So, of course, we still have the boar sweater. And oh my goodness, have any of you guys made that boar sweater? There is like 10 inches of twisted rib on the bottom of it. Goodness knows I need that much rib on the bottom of it to cover my hind end, because nobody wants to see that lurking out from under a sweater. Least of all me. But I still have 5 inches of ribbing to go and 2 sleeves. So I'm not going to show you this until I at least get the ribbing done. And I'm going to try it on and see your opinion, like I talked last time on number 6. This is number 7, if I didn't say. About if you think it's too tight. Because I'm my own worst enemy. And the bigger the better. The more I can cover up, the better I like it. Insecurities. People, insecurities. We all have them, I guess. So, the first thing is through knitted. I finished knitting it. It took me 3 days. I have around 600 yards of wool in this. I showed you the yarn before I started this. It's called Molly's Carpet Bag. It's my pattern, but you can purchase it on Interweave Knits, and there'll be a link below. this will felt down to about half this size. But this is a special order for Dustin and Holly. Holly picked out the colors and Dustin made arrangements for me to make this for him. And the brown on the bottom is sort of a chestnut color, and that's the color of the leather. It's going to have leather around the top. And these bags are made similar to the old carpet bags. It has or doctor's bags. They were all made on the same style, the same, I don't know the word I'm looking for. They're all made about the same style with the square. I'll show you the braces. These are the braces. So when you open this up with the braces, it opens and it makes like a big square rectangle, and it has the rigid edges. So she wants the chocolate chestnut sort of colored leather on the top. It'll have we're going to look for a pinky and a orange colored polka dot material. It'll have 2 pockets, and I will show you this after it is put together. So that will go into the washing machine so it can be felted down, and then I'll put it over a container, anything like the inside of one of those lunch buckets or little coolers that has the little plastic white piece in it. You can slip it up on it and let it dry, and that keeps its form. Or a small trash can, you can put this on the bottom of it and turn it upside down and let this dry. That helps keep the form, and they are quite thick once you felt them down. So I started making these. My first, it was in the magazine of winter of 2012, so that's how long I've done these, and I've not probably done anything since 2013. So this is my first one in a long time, and they are numbered. This is number 21. So Holly will get number 21, and I bought enough yarn. I don't think Holly watches. Dustin might, but I don't think Holly watches. I bought enough yarn that if I can get it done before she has a fit for this, I'm going to do a pair of little fingerless mitts to match, to put in her bag as just a thank you from me, because her husband and my son are best of buddies, and they spend a lot of time together, and it means a lot for me to have, for my son to have a friend that's that close with him. I'm extremely jealous, but extremely happy. A very happy mother. Okay, so that one is finished knitting, but a work in progress. So let's see. Next out of my basket is my just vanilla sock. It's striped. Goodness, already wound up here. The last time you saw it was at the purple stitch marker, and I love these little light bulb stitch markers. I know everybody likes the fancy ones, and I've got 2, I think, but I like these because if I lose it, it's not a big deal. And I think my husband bought me a box on Amazon, and it had like 1,000 because he was tired. He laughs at me, guys. If you see him, tell him to quit laughing at me. If I drop one of these stitch markers, I go crazy because I can't stand not knowing where something is like that. I don't know if you guys are like that or not, but if I drop one, then I have to find it. And he doesn't seem to understand that I have to find it, because when I was quilting, if I dropped a needle in the floor, it wasn't me that stepped on it, it was always him. And then he would be aggravated because I dropped a needle and he stepped on it and it stabbed him in the foot. It's a whole story, a whole ordeal. But so when I drop anything like this that potentially has the ability to stab somebody, stick in their feet or foot, I have to find it, because it's not going to be me that steps on it. It'll be him or the dog, and I can't stand the thought of one of them getting hurt because I was lazy and couldn't find it. But this is the sock I started. I do a toe up. Start out with 12 stitches on the front and 12 stitches on the bottom. You might hear him too. He's sedated, but he does play a little bit when he's starting to wake up. And I increase that to make one right, make one left, or make one left, make one right, to 60 stitches, and then I just go in the round until it's as long as I want it. Part of the problem with as long as I want it is I don't knit a lot of socks. And there's a lot of people out there that like socks and like to knit socks. I would love to wear them, but I don't knit them very often because either somebody always comes by and wants them, so I don't mind sharing, but that's a lot of work for me to just hand it to some random person. That's ugly, isn't it? I'm sorry. I would give it to a random person if they wanted it bad enough. I would gladly give them to somebody. But my question is, how tall do you make this? I'm going to do an afterthought heel, but I don't know how far to go before I put the cuff on it. I know that I do 45 rows for my foot, and then there'll be the heel cut in, and then will 45 rows more be about right? I don't want them really tall because then I'd have to increase and go over my little fat legs. But I don't know. I was thinking 90, 100 rows would be a good start. I guess I could make this first one or first set and see if that's going to be long enough, and then adjust and keep me a pattern ideal list, or just I don't know what to call it. A recipe. That's the word. A recipe. Keep me a recipe on file for how long or I need to do how many rows for my socks. So that's, you probably won't see this one again until I figure out how long it needs to be. And I knitted all that today. So that goes in the pile to be put up later. Okay. Put that yarn up. It's on the boar sweater, and you don't need to see that monster. And of course, this is just because I'm working on it. Another gray medium dog sweater, and that's probably my last work in progress. Yes, but I'm going back to the socks. Would you do? Let me hold it up here. Get it out of the pile here. Would you do the heels with the blue that I'm already doing the stripes with, or would you add a different color? What do you think? And which one would you use? Put a comment below, because they're socks. I know that nobody's going to see them, but that's not true either, because I have Echo, a friend of mine, several years ago, bought me a pair of those, I think they're called jelly boots. Sorry, throwing that on the desk over there. Jelly boots. So they're plastic, rubber. It's sort of rubbery, but it's not really plastic. But anyway, you can see through them. It was a thing years and years ago. And I wanted a pair, and of course, 45 rows on my foot will tell you that I wear a size 5 shoe. So, and my foot's wide. So it's hard for me to find any kind of shoes to fit me that doesn't have My Little Pony or unicorns or light up heels or something like that. Most everybody starts at a 6. So yes, Echo, one Christmas she looked and looked and looked until she found them, and she got me a pair for Christmas. She's adorable. She is one of the sweetest people you'd ever meet. So if you know Echo, hi Echo, you'll know how sweet she is. She's an adorable young lady. So, all right, we are finished with the works in progress. Out the door is going to be all the dog sweaters that's leaving. There was a medium gray. That's the reason I'm making another medium gray, along with an extra small gray and an extra small baby pink. All that was in one package. Today I had a mint medium requested and a coral small long requested. So those are sweaters that are going out the door, and I will have to knit the replacement sweaters for those. So I keep a list of everything that goes out and try to replace them as quickly as I can. So that's in out the door. Now, acquisitions. And I have some. This is for Miss McGovern. I talked about her last time. She wants a superwash. Let me take it out of the bag here. It's a superwash ivory dog sweater for her baby. So this is Cascade 220 superwash, and I got 3 skeins. I'm sure that I'll probably have some left over, but I don't want to go back. I mean, I picked it up in person. It's color 871. So that's as close to ivory as I could get from Miss McGregor, and she will be happy with that. As soon as she calls and gives me the chest measurements or the girth on her puppy, then we'll be set to go for that. But you know, I couldn't just get that. I mean, who goes into a yarn store and just gets what they're working on? If you can, I think that's amazing. I can't. So I picked up, I'm getting a collection. This is Sandus Garn. How do you say that? T-Y-N-N? Tyne? Silk mohair. And does it have a color? It has a number. It's 3880. So I am thinking about doing the field sweater. And this is why my nose is itching, people. Oh, but I love this stuff. I'm thinking about doing the field sweater, but I don't know what color I want to do. So every time I go to the Loopy U in Loveland, I pick up 1 skein. Now, if you know me, or any of you guys know of me, or you knit with me, sorry, my eye's itching now, you'll know that the more colors I have, the harder it's going to be for me to decide. I can't help it. I like my yarn. And I said I wasn't going to buy a bunch more yarn, but you can't go without buying. And I've been seeing these, so I wanted these. Unique socks. It's got a free pattern online, and the color is number 55. It's not the color they had at the Loopy, but it's really close. And we had a doggy door, and when the motorcycles or stuff would come, he would run out the dog door, and I think that's how he actually hurt his neck or his shoulder or whatever is been plaguing him for a while. So where was I? Oh, this is color, put my glasses back on, 55, and the color they had here was 66. So this is the color. I got fuzz. That's mohair. That's the color that the socks are supposed to be. And the girl at the shop told me that 1 skein, it's broke down into 2. If she can see that. It's broke down in 2 separate balls. But she said 1 ball would not do a sock this tall. So it would do a normal size sock. So we're going to see. I've been wanting to try this. I saw somebody's YouTube video that they had these. And since they had one that was close to the color they had in the display, I went ahead and got it. We'll see if I like it. I'll let you see them when I'm done. And this is, what did they say her name was? It's Little Squirrel Yarn, and I can't remember what, starts with an S. Susan, Sharon, Shannon, I'm sorry. But it's Little Squirrel Yarns. She is Colorado native, and we are talking about doing some color work, so I picked up 6 colors to play around with to see if I like it. And let's see, it is 87 yards in this 20 grams. It's superwash, merino, and recycled nylon. Hand wash in cold water, dry, recommended dry flat. So I've not used this yarn before, and when I go and I'm not really got something that I want, he's still whining. I don't know what he wants. He just ate. It may be the medicine. I'm sorry if you could hear him, and I'm sorry that he's doing it. I wish I could fix it. I would gladly take it. Washing machine. It's going to be one of those. Okay, it stopped. Good washing machine. One more thing I picked up, and there's those It's called Stitch Stops. There was 2 colors for Halloween. The black ones are downstairs, but there's the orange and the black, and 4 of them are $7. I probably will order me more of these off of Amazon. So when we do the giveaway package, I will put some of these in the package with the minis or whatever we're going to talk about doing. Now, just a little jabber at the end. I know this is going to be probably a short one. Mine run about 30 to 45 minutes. And I don't have a lot more to say because I'm doing this once a week. If I was doing it once every other week, then it'd probably be about an hour like everybody else's. But I told you what I would tell you that I did under the house when my husband was working on the sink. Bless his heart. He's so drunk. Poor doggy. I wish I could fix that for him. It makes me so sad. We were working on the sink, and there's no cut-offs under the sink, so I had to crawl under the house while he was under the sink to make sure the water was off and on as he needed it. And you've seen a couple of my videos. You know that I normally wear my hair up in a ponytail. Okay. Do you know how to help your mom lose weight? You put a hook under the floor on the boards. I guess they're called joist boards that goes across the floor when you put the plywood on and put your floors on. There's a hook down there. Nobody told me there was a hook down there. And you have to, I'm short, but I'm not that short. So you sort of have to bend over at the waist to walk under the floor. And I turned the water off, and I was coming back out to see if I could help him. And the one hook under the whole floor got caught in my ponytail under the holder. Now, I was stuck down there trying to get my ponytail off this one hook. And what are the odds that out of all the places under that floor, I would find that one little bitty hook? And it's like one of those little hooks that you put a flower on. Teeny tiny hook. But I was stuck. Had to figure out how to get my ponytail down. And, of course, it didn't just loop it around a little bit. When I caught, then I twisted my head and it twisted it around. So there I was trying to get my ponytail out. And I was laughing because I thought, how long would it take for them to find me? To figure out that I'm not up there helping do anything. They don't have food. They don't have clean clothes. And Mom is stuck under the floor hanging from the hook by her ponytail. So I finally got untangled and I come out. My husband looked at me and was like, why'd you take your hair down? I'm like, you wouldn't believe me even if I told you. You would think that I had lost my mind. But I did ask my son, I said, so you're trying to help your mom lose weight by hanging her under the floor by her ponytail so she can't get to the refrigerator. So that's going to be the name of this segment, this number 7 YouTube video is Hang Mama Under the Floor So She Can't Get to the Refrigerator. But you'll find out that if there's anything bizarre that's going to happen, it's going to be me. I'm going to do the silly stuff. How many people do you know that would just walk under there and find that one little hook? It was me. But I so enjoy getting to spend time with you guys, even if it's just 30 minutes once a week. It makes my week so much better. I do truly adore the fact that you leave me messages, you chat with me, you leave likes, thumbs up, subscribed. Anything that you want to do like that, it makes an old lonely lady extremely happy. So thank you very much. I will see you in a week's time. I hope I can cut out all the noise and the craziness. And I thank you again, and I will see you soon. See you in a week, next Wednesday. Bye, everybody. Thought I would just put a clip in here of some of my pencil drawings. They're not great. They're not terrible, but I thought I'd share because I told you I would, and I'll put this in somewhere, and you can see all the shadows of the tripod and everything. So some of these are, I don't know if you can see them. I don't know what's the best way to show you. Some of them was hard to see. It's just a light bulb and some little light bulbs. This one has a plant in it, and that one has a ship, and that one has a bear standing up on it. And there's my page of frogs. Some of these are things that other people have drawn, and if I can find it, I will link the original artwork. These are just practices for me to learn. And there's a sea turtle, and that's pretty much all that's. Yeah, I started some vegetables and things. Don't know, they're not so great, but you know, sometimes if you walk off and come back, you figure out that they're not quite as bad as they were. Some black and white doodling, and then this one's funny. I was going to try to draw a little girl sitting on a stump. Looks like somebody smacked her in the face with a 2x4, but yeah, and I will work on the lighting and everything so you can see these a little better. I'm not good. I'm not bad. I'm not anything in particular, but I thought I would just let you see, and if I start doing that again, then you can see how I progress. So, just another insert, and thank you again, everyone. I'll put this in somewhere where you can see it.